welcome to day 12 of my 28-day British accent challenge. Today we're going to work on weak sounds. Now most people know that there are two weak sounds in British English. The schwa, as in wonder, water, prefer, London. And the weak sound I, as in words like package, sausage, interested. And also in fast speech in words like is it in. What a lot of people don't know is that in reality there are 4 weak sounds in British English. You also have the as in particular and the E as in words like lovely, sunny, funny. We're going to focus on the first two, the schwa and the weak sound I today. But I just want you to be aware that in speech, creating weak sounds is very, very important. It really contributes towards the rhythm of British English. If you emphasize every single word, then you're going to sound like a robot. So we don't want that. And rhythm and clarity in British English is very much related to this question of emphasis. So we emphasize important words and we emphasize important syllables within words. So during this lesson, we're going to take a look at fast speech and how we use these two weak sounds to really create the rhythm of British English. First of all, we're going to do a short warm-up. Now, obviously, the best thing for you to do is to go to day 1 of the challenge and do the entire repertoire of the warm-up. But if you don't have time, a couple of exercises will do. As you can tell, I'm still a bit croaky, still a bit bunged up, so I'll do some exercises that will help me with this as well, so that you know in the future what to do if you have a similar problem. The first exercise is to lower the bottom jaw and hum. This is a very useful exercise in that it takes the voice out of the nose and into the throat. It's also very good because we're going to be working on the schwa today, which resonates in this area just here. Another great exercise is to stifle a smile and hum, just to open up the cavities in the cave area. The second sound we're going to work on is the short I. So we need to work the soft palate. So it's great if you can do a bit of exaggerated yawning. And when you do this, you'll notice how flexible the soft palate can be. And once you start working it, you'll be able to get the sound to resonate up there purely through intention. Another great exercise is to chant some sounds. And I would advise chanting the vowel sound E, as this is very similar to the short I that we'll be working on. The tongue widens and comes up to meet the inside edges of the mid to back teeth. And then I lift the soft palate to take the sound up into these cavities. For the longer E that we chant, the tongue just widens a little bit more. That's the only difference. E, E, So it's really about exaggerating that movement a little bit more. So for the E, the corners also come back a little bit more. For the corners are a little bit less exaggerated and the tongue widens a little bit less. So it's just really about creating a slightly less exaggerated sound for the I. We're going to start by working on the positioning for the weak vowel sound otherwise known as the schwa. Now this sound resonates in the throat, so your throat has to be relaxed and open. The mouth is almost closed, it's very slightly open, and this slightly adjusts the positioning of the tongue, so the tongue isn't quite in the neutral position, it's slightly higher. The tongue is quite high in the mouth. And this will also help you to get the sound to resonate in the throat. You'll know when you've got it wrong because you'll notice one of two things. Either you start to pronounce the R consonant at the end of words like water, and it becomes water. And that just means the tongue's coming up because you've seen that R consonant. But in reality, we don't pronounce it, it's water. Or the other error could be that you open your mouth too much at the end and the sound resonates too much in the mouth, water. And that's quite typical in London and other regional dialects in England, perhaps Essex, for instance. So what we want to make the sound in its purest form is for the mouth to be very slightly open and for the focus to be on the throat. Everything should be fairly relaxed. Water, water. As soon as you relax all the muscles in the mouth and the lips, the sound will be more inclined to go to the throat. Okay, let's look at a few more words containing the schwa. Wonder, prefer, London, offer, under, thunder. So this sound can also be used in fast speech. So in a sentence, if you have a word like and, of, was, you'll be using the weak schwa sound to replace the vowel that you would ordinarily pronounce. We're not going to be saying, I'd like an orange and an apple. We're more likely to say, I'd like an orange and an apple. In terms of the eh sound, the other weak sound, the same is true. This can be in words, so in an entire short word like is, it, in, when those words don't need to be stressed, when they're unimportant. Or it can occur within a syllable in a word. For instance, interested, id, interested. Package, idge. Sausage, idge. Mountain, in. Let's do a couple of sentences. We're going to start with the e, as we've just been working on it, and then we'll move on to the a. Is it a good time? So good time are the sounds we're going to be emphasizing. Is it? It's not important. Is it a good time? So we rush over those unimportant words and we emphasize the important words and syllables. Time being the very important word. Is it a good time? Good time being the most important words. I could add to this sentence and give you a few of the schwa examples as well. Is it a good time to go to the bank? To go to go to the bank, to go to the. So ta and the are the schwa. So rather than saying to the or to the, we're saying to the. Is it a good time to go to the bank? I prefer, the in prefer. Orange juice, inge, inge. Orange. So the emphasis is on the first syllable o, orange. I prefer orange juice after a run in the park. It was about an hour after they arrived at the party. It, the I sound, was an. It was about an. So we've got in about, in was, in an. It was about an hour after, in after, they arrived at the party, at the. It was about an hour after they arrived at the party. So those weak sounds really had a big impact on the rhythm. I suggest you go through this lesson several times and practice the weak sounds and then have a go at the sentences. Obviously, in order to use these weak sounds, you need to use fast speech. This is the purpose. So you're going to find that it's quite quick for you, and you might also find that it was quite quick for your ear, so quite quick for you to take in when you were listening to me. So please do look at the written form of the sentence and take some time to mull over it. More advanced speakers will probably be better equipped to go straight into the repetition of the sentences. If you're not such an advanced speaker, please do spend a bit more time on the warm-up, bit more time on the individual words. So please do practice, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. If you like this video, please do like it. If you're in a hurry to look at all 45 of the sounds in the International Phonetic Index, then please do scroll down to the comments box and follow the link to my membership site, Fran's British Accent. There you will find a 7-day free trial of the site, and you'll be invited to at least one group coaching call during this time. You'll also have access to a library of over 60 videos containing all that you'll need to know in order to develop a British accent. Thanks so much for joining me today. See you tomorrow.